was going to be titled as that. I just wanted to tackle it on because I feel like there should be conversation.
And
There's something deeply unsettling about watching a public figure like Justin Bieber, someone who's been in the spotlight since he was a teenager, seem to unravel before our eyes. Lately, the buzz around him has taken a darker turn. Those concerning public appearances, the persistent rumors about marital troubles with Hailey Bieber, and an overarching sense that something just isn't right. It's the kind of situation that makes you pause and wonder what's really happening behind the scenes. I've been thinking about tackling this topic for a while because it feels like there should be a conversation about it. A real one, not just the usual tabloid noise. I'd love nothing more than to dive into this with you, give it my full attention, and explore every angle I can. So, let's unpack it together. The chatter about Justin Bieber has been impossible to ignore recently. It started with small things. Fans noticing he didn't look quite like himself, media outlets picking up on whispers of tension in his marriage. But now, it feels like we're on the cusp of something bigger, something more serious than anyone initially thought. The rumors of a potential relapse into addiction have been growing louder, shifting from idle speculation to a narrative that's harder to dismiss. Sources are even claiming that Selena Gomez, Justin's ex, someone who knows him on a level most of us never will, is deeply worried about his well-being. That's a detail that stops you in your tracks. This isn't just fans overanalyzing blurry paparazzi shots or outlets drumming up drama for clicks. This is someone who shared years of her life with him, who's reportedly saying she's afraid he's slipping back into old, destructive patterns. Think about what that means for a moment. Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber's relationship was a defining chapter for both of them. Messy, public, and emotionally charged. They've both moved on in significant ways. She's engaged to The Weeknd, now building a new life. Yet despite that distance, she's said to still care deeply about him. Her concern, if these reports are true, adds a layer of weight to the situation that's hard to ignore. What has she seen or heard that's got her this worried? What does she know that we don't? It's a red flag waving in the wind, making it tougher to brush off the rumors as baseless gossip. It suggests there's something real, something serious, unfolding behind the scenes, something that has everyone, from fans to former flames, holding their breath, hoping Justin gets the support he might desperately need. But before we dig deeper, let's take a quick detour. If this kind of discussion is something you're into, unpacking the lives of celebrities with a mix of curiosity and empathy, consider giving a thumbs up to this exploration and subscribing for more. It's free. It helps keep the conversation going, and it means we can keep diving into stories like this one. Now, back to Justin. Selena's reported worry isn't the only voice in this chorus of concern. Hailey Bieber, Justin's wife, and her circle are said to be troubled too. It's not just about his recent appearances, though we'll get to those in a minute. It's about a broader pattern that's starting to emerge. Sources say Selena, despite her engagement and her own happiness, can't fully detach from Justin's struggles. That speaks to the depth of their past, the kind of bond that doesn't just vanish with time or new relationships. Watching someone you once loved battle something as heavy as addiction is gut-wrenching, even if you're no longer in their orbit. It's a human response, one that Selena seems to be grappling with, adding yet another thread to this tangled web of emotions and relationships surrounding Justin. And then there's the public side of it, the way every move Justin makes gets dissected. He's always been a magnet for attention, from his music to his fashion choices. Every photo of him sparks a frenzy, with people analyzing his clothes, his hair, his vibe. But this time, it's different. It's not about whether his oversized hoodie is a style win or a miss. It's about something far more concerning. A few days ago, paparazzi caught him in New York, and the images spread online like wildfire. Normally, you'd expect the usual chatter, fashion critiques, maybe some lighthearted memes. Instead, the reaction was almost unanimous. Worry. He didn't look good. We all have rough days, sure, times when we're running on fumes and it shows. But this felt like more than that. The photos painted a stark picture. A messy, unkempt beard, red, tired eyes, noticeable weight loss, and dark circles that you couldn't miss. It wasn't the polished, glowing Justin Bieber we're used to seeing. It was the kind of look that makes you pause and ask, is he okay? Fans flooded social media with concern, and honestly, it's hard not to feel a pang of unease when you see those shots. It's not just an off day, It's a vibe that suggests something deeper, something troubling. You start to wonder who's in his corner, who's looking out for him when the cameras aren't rolling. Of course, Justin's team didn't let the speculation spiral unchecked. His manager went straight to TMZ, shutting down the relapse rumors with a firm hand. Completely false, he said, dismissing claims of hard drug use outright. He painted a different picture, one of Justin thriving, in one of the best phases of his life, focused on fatherhood and his newborn son. According to the statement, those rough-looking photos, just a product of a long night in the studio and tending to a restless baby. Sleeplessness, not substance abuse, was the culprit. It's a reassuring narrative, one that shifts the focus to the positive. Justin is a devoted dad, a hardworking artist. But the statement didn't stop there. It acknowledged that the past year hasn't been easy. Major changes in his personal and professional life, cutting ties with certain people, and weathering a storm of unfounded rumors. It's the kind of context that explains why he might look worn out, why the exhaustion is etched into his face. Mental and emotional fatigue can hit hard, especially under the relentless glare of fame. It's a classic PR move. Deny the ugly. Rumors highlight the good stuff and toss in a relatable struggle to humanize the situation. Whether it lands with the public, though, is another question. Fans have mixed feelings. Some are fiercely protective, rallying behind him. One wrote online, "I can understand why Justin would be so upset by this narrative. It's insulting. He's been sober since 2014, and if he has a bad day or dares to look tired while being a new dad or working late, suddenly he's on drugs." It's a fair point. Parenthood and late-night recording sessions could easily explain a haggard appearance. Others, though, aren't buying the rosy spin. There's a healthy dose of skepticism floating around, with many suspecting it's all damage control. Admitting a relapse could tank his career, they argue, so his team has every reason to push a positive front, even if it doesn't fully align with reality. That skepticism isn't baseless. Justin's history with addiction isn't a secret. He's been open about his struggles before. For some, that past makes the current rumors feel plausible, like history might be looping back around. Others point to the photos, his demeanor, and say it's hard to square that with the "everything's great" line from his camp. It's the old adage, where there's smoke, there's fire. And right now, there's enough smoke swirling around Justin to keep people talking, doubting, and digging for the truth. Then there's Haley, who often gets sidelined in these narratives, but is living this mess up close. Sources close to the couple hint that this situation is straining their marriage in ways that aren't hard to imagine. The constant rumors, the public scrutiny. It's a lot for anyone to handle, let alone a new mom navigating her husband's struggles. Picture it. Your relationship under a microscope, strangers speculating about your spouse's health, your marriage's stability. It's suffocating. Insiders say Haley's feeling lost, torn between supporting Justin and wrestling with her own fears. It's a tightrope walk, made trickier by the spotlight. And it's not just the public adding pressure. Haley's friends are reportedly stepping in, worried about her well-being. Some are even urging her to leave Justin, seeing his behavior, alleged or otherwise, as a loose cannon that's dragging her down. They're concerned about the toll it's taking on her, emotionally and mentally. It's a tough spot for any friend to be in, watching someone you care about struggle in a high-stakes relationship, amplified by fame. For Haley, it's a storm coming from all sides, the media, her inner circle, and whatever's happening at home. Things might be escalating fast. Reports from outlets like Radar Online claim the marriage is on the brink, with Haley at her wits' end over Justin's immature actions and ongoing issues. Sources say she's ready to take drastic steps, potentially fighting for custody of their 5-month-old son, Jack, and a chunk of Justin's $300 million fortune, if he doesn't shape up. It's a grim picture. A young couple, parents to a newborn, facing a possible collapse under the weight of it all. Friends are allegedly pushing her to prioritize herself and her child, fearing for their stability if things don't change.